Here's a bold statement. NASCAR's playoff system might be doing more harm than good, and Brad Keselowski isn't afraid to say it. But before we dive into that controversy, let's get to know the man behind the wheel and the mic. Brad Keselowski, co-owner and driver for RFK Racing, recently sat down with The Athletic for their signature 12 Questions series. The full interview is available on the 12 Questions podcast, but we've distilled the highlights here with a few extra insights to keep you hooked. And this is the part most people miss. Even a racing legend like Keselowski but here's where it gets interesting. During a media tour in 2016 or 2017, his PR guy, David Hovis, tried to get a football signed by Alabama's head coach, Nick Saban, using Keselowski's name as leverage. The result? A football inscribed with a personal message to Brad, which David promptly handed over. "I only kept it for the story," Keselowski says, laughing. "It's a reminder that even the smallest moments can become cherished memories." 2. The heat of the race, literally. When asked about the most miserable moment in a race car, Keselowski points to the Circuit of the Americas this year. "It was really, really hot," he recalls. "His cooling system failed early, leaving him sweltering for an hour and a half. It was agonizing," he says, comparing it to sitting in an overheated hot tub. But here's the kicker. He'd still take that over a broken ankle any day. But here's where it gets controversial. Is NASCAR doing enough to ensure driver comfort and safety in extreme conditions? 3. When competition goes too far. Outside the track, Keselowski's competitive streak once led to an infamous basketball incident at a Charlotte Bobcats event. Dressed in a button-down shirt, he was asked to shoot free throws and dribble down the court. And let's just say, it didn't go well. The video went viral, and the online backlash was brutal, but it didn't stop there. Later, he joined Dale Jr.'s Garage Basketball League, where things got so intense that players were getting injured. "I need to stop right now," Keselowski realized. The question is, where do we draw the line between healthy competition and outright recklessness? 4. The intelligence behind the wheel. One thing that irks Keselowski is the stereotype that NASCAR drivers aren't smart. It does require intelligence to drive a race car, he insists. Yet, he often hears backhanded compliments like, "Wow, you're pretty smart for a NASCAR driver." Here's the counterpoint. While racing demands skill and strategy, does the public still underestimate the mental acuity of these athletes? 5. Uber rides and temperature wars. When it comes to Uber rides, Keselowski keeps it simple. AirPods in, phone call mode on, and the temperature turned up. "Most Ubers are way too cold," he says. His ideal ride? Warm and quiet. But here's a fun question. How much do small preferences like these shape our daily interactions and our Uber ratings? 6. The testing ban, a persistent issue. Back in 2010, Keselowski called for an end to NASCAR's testing ban, arguing it stifles young talent and hurts the sport. Fast forward 15 years, and track time is even more limited. As a team owner, he's in the minority pushing for change. The controversy. Why is the testing ban still in place if it's widely seen as detrimental? Is it purely about cost-cutting, or is there more to the story? 7. The evolution of talent in NASCAR. When asked about the most talented driver today, Keselowski highlights the shift in what talent means. In 2010, it was all about raw speed. Now, it's about procedural mastery, pit road efficiency, restarts, and defense. Kyle Larson has the speed, but Joey Logano is the most well-rounded. The debate. Is NASCAR's focus on procedural skills diluting the thrill of pure racing? 8. Celebrating former protégés. Keselowski would be quick to congratulate drivers from his former team, Brad Keselowski Racing. But now, those drivers, like Ryan Blaney and Tyler Reddick, are dominating the playoffs. "They don't need to see me anymore," he jokes. The bittersweet truth. Success often means letting go of what you've built. 9. AI in daily life. While ChatGPT isn't his go-to, Keselowski is a fan of Grok, using it several times a day for various tasks. The question, As AI becomes more integrated into daily life, how will it impact sports like NASCAR? 10. Overcoming challenges. Professionally, Keselowski's 2012 championship win stands out, especially after a tough start to the season. Personally, navigating his daughter Scarlett's health issues as a newborn was his biggest challenge. That was super challenging, he reflects. The takeaway: even racing legends face battles far from the track. 11. The future of NASCAR. To elevate NASCAR's popularity, Keselowski suggests 3 key changes. Tracks need to generate more revenue, the playoff system should be scrapped, and new OEMs are essential. The controversial take: eliminating the playoffs would level the playing field and reduce competition with other sports. But would fans agree? 12. Racing for the next generation. What keeps Keselowski motivated? Simple. He wants his kids to see him in victory lane, just like he did with his dad. That's super motivating, he says. The final question: as NASCAR evolves, how can it ensure the next generation of fans feels that same connection? Now here's a thought-provoking question for you. Do you agree with Keselowski's call to eliminate the playoffs? Why or why not? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments.